Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, Joyce.
Oh, I'm excited. You and I unscripted. We're back for 2024. What are we talking about
Right.
today?
Today, we're going to be talking about your connection is unstable.
Ooh,
Right.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
So it occurred, like as we talk periodically, you'll hear people like, here's a good example. You'll hear people on Zoom that say, oh, hold on, my connection's unstable. And they have to kind of pause and hold for the connection to come back, right? So I was thinking about that and we were talking a little bit about it. And I was thinking, when your connection's unstable, what do? Right? Because sometimes if your connection, your grounding wire, your ability to use your radar to do all the things that we do as business owners, sales pros, professionals in any industry, it's harder to make good decisions when your connection is unstable. That could be your network. It could be just your connection, right? Just being centered. So I was just thinking we give some thought to that because it's so important for us to have a solid connection. Joyce, you're muted. Sorry.
I keep thinking I tapped it. Sorry about that. My
Okay.
connection is unstable because I didn't unmute. Things that we forget to do, things that we don't do properly. But when we sparked that, what I thought was our connection with God. And I thought about our connection and our alignment with others, our relationships. So our
Yeah.
relationship with God, our relationship with ourselves, and our relationship with those around us. And for those who don't know, Cheryl, you and I connected through a community, and our
Yep.
connection became really stable from this conversation. A
Yeah.
connection that I realized I did a speaking engagement with someone last week. And because we have such a close relationship, people felt that on the Zoom because our connection was stable. It was just amazing the connection. But if we don't have a connection with God, if for me, but for those who are not God people, we have to have a connection with something outside of ourselves. It has to be connected. It's about being in alignment and about being stable in that in order for us to do anything ourselves or a business.
100%. And I'm so glad you brought it to, got us grounded and foundation, right? So there you have to have a connection. Mine is to God as well. If yours is to a higher power, to something bigger than yourself, to something that you believe in, that you can flow into, and then the connection to yourself, which it took me so many years to build, right? And then from there, it's like you said, community and just knowing who you can go to be poured into and to pour into, because it's important to do both. You don't want to over pour out or under pour, get under poured into, right? I think that's a good way to say it. So these are all like super, super important. At the end of the day, for me personally, these connections, every single one that you mentioned, and then prioritizing them, right? For me, it helps me make better decisions. So when things are rocky, challenging, when something's unexpected, I can go to this connection and just know like this too shall pass, right? There like you can go to biblical verses, you can like as long as you have that connection, you can draw into it and make it kind of live and hold tight, right? Because things are gonna happen. Joyce and I were talking about it this morning, and we were like, this week is weeking, but at the end,
Life
at
is
the
life,
end
and
of
this
the
week is weekend.
life is life. And at the end of the day, you develop a stronger muscle to know that as a business owner and a sales professional and a tax professional, we're in place to solve problems. Sometimes there are problems that we have to solve. So, yeah.
And I so agree that knowing that this too shall pass, knowing that at the end of the day, how are we making decisions? And it's based on what we're connected to. For some people, it's a program that they're connected to. When we think about things that we do at the beginning of the year, we think about what are we in alignment with? What are we connecting to? What's the big why? And that's what we're connected to, because our why helps us to keep going regardless of whatever else is going on. So this whole thing about, our connection is unstable. If we are, and things that pause, and even right now, you're for my computer, I'm not sure if I paused or not, but sometimes we don't know if we're paused. We don't know if we're pausing. And that's the thing that is as well. If we're unstable, how does that show up for our clients? How does that show up for our family? If things are not stable for us, what does that look like to clients? I know that's the one thing right now, I had just sent an email to somebody because things seem unstable. I don't want to start even going down the road of doing business with them, because that's going to be a disruption to me. It's not going to be fun, so stability is something that's key for us. So our internet connection, as well as our personal connections, our client connections, our family connections, and we have to be a full person. We have to be holistic. We have to have a good, whatever that relationship is. I'll say family, but it could be the friends that we're around, the people that are working with us, not maybe staff, but all those connections need to be stable, because anything that's out of kilter, it doesn't look right, it doesn't feel right. And
Yeah.
and these days, the word transparent, people see through it.
Right.
It's hard to have a face. I mean, we can do it. We do it. We have a great face,
Mhm.
but when life is life, and sometimes it's difficult, and it comes through because, you might say something a little sharp. You might be short with somebody. It's because you're not stable. It's because things are not in alignment.
Yeah, yeah. And I was gonna say amen and drop the mic. I mean, literally, like that was just a whole masterclass. But I will say, just as my last piece, it took me a lot of years to understand alignment does not mean perfection, right? So alignment means really just, head, heart, body, mind, soul, spirit, right? Who you're aligned to and with. And just knowing that when we, like, as Joyce said, when we're out of alignment, it's harder to make decisions. They feel a little stickier. So the goal is alignment, not perfection, not staying in control. And for us, I think that helps us make better decisions. So if this served you, I hope it does.
Well, thank you, Cheryl. I'm Joyce Chesley Hayward. I have Fusion for Business. We believe in businesses having profit in their business so the owners can have freedom in their lives. So we're all about profit freedom. We serve small and medium-sized businesses that want to be profitable.
I love it. And I'm so glad you remembered to introduce yourself, because I would have forgotten. I was ready to say bye. I'm Cheryl Parks. I'm also known as the sales growth coach around these internet streets. And I actually support sales experts becoming trusted advisors in their craft. We all have to have those trusted relationships, because 88% of corporate buyers actually say that they buy from those that they deem to be trusted advisors. So super important to not feel salesy or scripted. And that's what I hope my clients do.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thanks you, everyone. Thank you, Cheryl, for
Okay.
you and
Yes.
I, unscripted, but intentional.
Join us. Hit the subscribe button so you'll know when we go. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
We look forward to you connecting with us. Please find us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Cheryl also can be found on TikTok, Twitter. If you would like to have a coaching session with Cheryl, or an analysis with Cheryl, or a VIP session with Joyce, please connect with us. We'd love to hear from you. You can also check out our website. Please like our video, and we so appreciate that you took time to listen. Let us know what you think. Take care, God bless, and have a great day.